Hi, it's Savannah O'Gwyn from Savannah Land 2. I hope you enjoyed my first video today, the revisit of my cross stamp stitching technique. Now for this second video, I would love to share an easy way to dress up your notebook covers using paper smooches, stamps, and dies. These notebooks are a great gift for just about anyone and for any occasion. I'm going to share a little fun fact about myself. I am seriously addicted to paper, notepads, notebooks, any type of paper. I buy them all the time. And you can even ask my mom. It started way back when I was a little kid. But even now, if I'm in a store that has paper, I have to go down that aisle. I have to look at them. And so I decided I wanted to dress up some of the smaller notebooks that I had because I had an abundant supply. And I can't die cut anything bigger than my die cutting machine, so that's why I'm going to be doing smaller notebooks. If you have a large die cutting machine, go ahead and try bigger notepads and covers. Now for this project, you're going to need a couple of supplies. You're going to want to have a notebook. Now I've used several different types. I've got a plastic cover notebook here. I have some cardboard covers, and even a paper cover one, as well as spiral bound notebooks and just regular bound notebooks. You're also going to want to have a die cutting machine. I'll be using my Cuttlebug along with my A, B, and C plates. You're also going to want to use your paper smooches dies. Now for this video project, I'll be using the onesie from the baby shower die set. So first, you want to decide where to place your die cut. There's a couple of tips I want to share with you. One thing you want to be mindful of is the spine of your notebook. This is a spiral one, and you can't run that through your die cutting machine all the way. And it's probably not a good idea to run a regular notebook through either, because you'll ruin the spine or possibly your machine. So you want to place your dies away from the spine. Another way that you can decide where you want to place your die cut is to have a pre-cut image of this die and move it around on your notebook to figure out where you want it. If you're using your Alpha Whimsy dies and you want to create a sediment, it's a good idea to use blue painter's tape on your notebook for placement. Another thing you want to be mindful of is the inside page that will show through this die cut image. Now on this notebook I added cardstock on the back because where these two bubbles were, it was right over this area and I didn't want two different designs showing through my die cut. So that's why I placed cardstock on the inside. So for my example today, I'm going to be die cutting this little notebook. It's literally $1 at Staples. I think I'm going to be placing this right here. And I'm going to use just blue painter's tape to tape it down. And now we just want to run this through the die cutting machine just like any other die that we cut. So I'm going to layer my AB plates with my notebook on the edge because remember we can't run it through with the spine. And then I'm going to layer my C plate on top. And I like to push that in a little bit so that the spine is on the end of the C plate. And now we're just going to run it through our die cutting machine, stopping at the spine and reversing. Remove the painter's tape, and there we have a die cut image. Now because I want the back covered, I've die cut the larger onesie. It's a new die that I just got, and I'm just going to tape it on the inside of this image so that the word baby shows. And it's a fun little image that you can, it doesn't have to be the full cover. Actually, I'll place it like this so I can do it easier. So when they open up the cover, they can see a onesie as well. And now you're done. You can finally embellish your notebook with more paper smooches stamps, like I did right here where I stamped the sediment baby. You can also add elastic string to hold your book closed, and you can find out how to do this in my mini coloring book video. And one more way you can add more to your notebooks is what I did to this cat notebook. I did the front, and I added a cover, and then I stamped the little images from the 9 Lives set throughout this book. So every so often I would stamp another image. So here are 3 little paws, and then you skip a couple of pages, and then I put another one. Let me go to this page. I stamped the milk and the fishbone. So it's a fun way to add a little bit more to your notebook. Now, because there are so many paper smooches, dies, and stamps, the possibilities are endless for your designs for your notebook covers. I hope you will try dressing up your notebooks, so please leave a comment below with a link to your creation or project. I'd love to check it out. Thank you so much for watching.